And one of the most fascinating studies that I've come across in the past 7 years was a study by Andrew Newberg. He's a professor of neuroscience at University of Pennsylvania. And he did two studies, 17 years apart. First was with Tibetan Buddhist monks and their meditation. And what he found was that when they meditated, a few things happened in their brains. One, the blood began to flow away from the parietal lobe to the temporal lobe. So when the blood flows away from the parietal lobe, what ends up happening is that they lose the ability to make distinctions, spatial recognitions. So you are unable to make a distinction between yourself, the table, the wall, the floor, each other. So then that's an immediate unity, in a sense, from an experiential standpoint.
Sure.
And then the blood begins to flow toward the temporal lobe. What's fascinating about this, the temporal lobe is just part of the brain that deals with memory, in many words. But through the saturation of research in right temporal lobe epilepsy, when there's a oversaturation of a stimulation, in the right temporal lobe, when people have epileptic seizures, they have these euphoric experiences, these white light experiences. Yeah. So you have a similar experiences happening in these monks who are meditating. And then after they finished the study, they asked, the monks in the survey, what did you experience? And one monk in particular, there were several other responses, but this was unique. And he said, I focused on the unity of all things. And then I felt at one with the universe. One said, I think another may have said love, then they felt absorbed into the love, right? So you're talking about now these are secular approaches in many ways, right? So you have the unity and absorption into the transcendence or into the ultimate sacredness, I would call it. And then 17 years later, he did the same scan, SPECT scan to be exact, on Franciscan praying nuns. Virtually the same thing happened in the brain.
Wow.
And he was able to demonstrate that their form of prayer was meditative, in a sense. So now when it comes to integrating the science, the spirituality, and the faith component, or religious or spiritual component within recovery, now we can say at least we have some evidence to suggest that there can be connection to the transcendent, to the beauty, and if you're a religious person, to God or your higher power. Even if it's simply in the life of the mind, that's what matters.
Yes.